welcome back to the new Homestead, everybody. I'm Ben.
I'm Denise.
And happy Independence Day. We wanted to take a couple minutes and talk to you about this wonderful nation we live in and how blessed we are to be here.
And to also wish you a blessed and safe happy Independence Day.
Yes, absolutely. So, I forgot where I was going to start out, but there's so many things going on in this country right now, and it seems that more and more we're divided, and
there's a lot of hatred towards this nation.
Recently there really seems to be, and going back and you look at what was risked for us to be able to have the disagreements and call our government out. It's just amazing. The founding fathers were the upper crust of this young nation. They had money, they owned land, and they had everything to lose.
Well, they were British subjects at the time, and
right.
they owned property and land, and they were they were basically they weren't considered necessarily gentry, even though some were, but they would be considered like the gentry of Great Britain at the time. They had everything to lose. Yeah. Including their lives.
Yeah. So by signing that paper, they very easily could have been signing their death warrant had things not gone the way they did. So, what they risked for us to be able to sit here and do these videos and to own a homestead or own your house, pursue things that you want to, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I emphasize pursuit because there is nothing that guarantees happiness. There is nothing that says that the government is going to take care of you. It is the pursuit. You make your choices. You go to school, or you find a trade. You work for things, and you reap what you sow.
Well, and not even God guarantees happiness.
Well, absolutely not.
At the end, of course, obviously, living in harmony with Him, but not even God can really guarantee happiness, because life is complicated and can be wonderful and difficult, and as we know, experiencing horrible loss. It's so not even God can really guarantee that. So I think we need to get back to understanding that we really do kind of have our destiny in our hands, so to speak. Like you said, if you work hard and you focus on what you want and you work towards that goal, you can do almost anything you want in this country.
Absolutely.
And the fact that we can speak to you now, on a homestead, living the way we want to, eating the way we want to, it's an incredible blessing.
Yeah, it is. And Billy over at Perma Pastures Farm just put out a video yesterday about the Declaration of Independence and
talking about taxation.
Yeah, and so many people think that we went to war with Britain over taxes, and that was one of the key things. But that was number 17 on the list, and it was over 3.5% taxes. Look at what we're paying now. You kind of makes you say, but but check out Billy's video if you get a chance. It's a great point. It's stuff that I hadn't thought about since high school or even talked about, but brings up some good points.
Well, and it's heartbreaking to know that kids are graduating college and they don't even understand who we fought against, or what independence really is, and what was sacrificed for us to live in this nation. And I believe that we won the birth lottery being born here, especially as a female. If I go to the Middle East, I don't have the same rights that I do here. I can be anything I want to be here. And I think we get so caught up on the negative things that we forget to focus on the amazing, wonderful things and the wonderful lives that we can have here in this country. And are we perfect? Absolutely not. But that's where us as people, it's our responsibility to hold our government accountable to be better. And I do think we've come a long way over the last, 50 years. Do we still have work to do? Absolutely. But I think it's important to, kind of focus on what Christ tells us. He says to love God with all your heart, your soul, your might, your spirit. But he says to love your neighbor as yourself. And I think sometimes we forget about caring about each other and loving each other. I think we get so caught up in all of these divisions. And I think in some cases that I think people want us to be divided in certain instances. And I think we need to stop letting them divide us and remember that we're all God's children. We're all human beings. And no, I don't agree with everybody, but it doesn't mean that I can't love them and still be friends with them. And I think we need to get back to just remembering that, that we're all American and we all are precious in God's eyes, really. So, not to get on a soapbox, but
no, it's a great day to reflect on those kind of things, because there's just so many freedoms that we do have. And another point I'd like to quickly make is, as we saw with the legislation we passed in Arizona, you can make a difference. Your vote does count, but take it to the next step. Write your legislators, send them emails, let them know what's on your heart, what's bothering you, what you'd like to see changed, because we've met with, I think we talked to almost every single representative down at the Arizona Capitol, and almost everybody said the same thing. When we receive an email that's addressed directly to us and not a form letter, they pay attention. They want to know what their constituents are thinking and what's on their heart, and they start talking about it. So send that email. You might think it's not going anywhere, but it really does. They really do care what's going on.
Yeah, and I think it's important for us to really focus on local elections. I know that there's been a lot in the news about the federal elections, and some people aren't, like, does my vote count at the federal election? So I think we all need to vote. Make sure we're voting our priorities, our conscience, our beliefs. But I think it's really important to remember to really focus at the local level, because when you start making changes at the local level, then it goes into, you've got your city, your towns, and then it goes into the county, and then it spreads from the county into state, and then it spreads from state into government. And we've seen this. So, grassroots efforts are really, really powerful. So focus on your local elections and, vote what's important to you and get involved in that sense. But also, if you have a family member or a friend that's on a different spectrum than you, it's okay. I know Ben and I were talking about Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, and they were on completely different opposite ends of the political spectrum. Got in plenty of disagreements, publicly, privately, but they both became very close, towards the end of their lives. And you can see the letters that they wrote each other and the friendship that developed. And even in their disagreements, you can see the respect that they had for each other. Yep. And I think we need to remember that. And, they both died on Independence Day.
Just hours apart.
Yeah.
Died great friends.
Yeah. So I think it's important for us to remember that we live in an amazing nation. We are blessed beyond belief. Yep. To have access to the things that we have access to, but that doesn't mean not to prepare.
That's right. That's right.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, as they say, and make sure you've got food stocked up for your family in case bad times come. But
two is one is none.
Yes.
But we just want to take a couple minutes there and talk about that, because it's important to remember why we have this holiday, and while you're grilling your burgers and dogs, just take a moment, step back and look around you and realize how blessed we really are, and how good we do have it. And maybe even reach out to a friend you haven't talked to in a while and just say hi, even if they are on the other side of the political aisle. It's good to talk to them. So.
And God bless the USA.
Amen to that. So anyway, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe. We really do appreciate you, and we appreciate the comments. You guys take care of each other, take care of yourself. God bless, and we will see you on the next video. Happy Independence Day.